antidepressant drugs are in style right now because you've not learned how to deal with everyday stress. You've not learned correctly how to learn to do things that are very demanding of us as humans. And you're doing something that is extremely difficult. No matter where you come from, whatever walk of life, whatever culture, whatever race, whatever sex you are, it doesn't matter. This is one of the hardest things that you as a human being will ever endeavor to do. Because it's so easy to psych yourself out. I'm convinced that 80% of people that fail, they've talked themselves into failure, either subconsciously or blatantly. Think about what you've done to yourself as a trader. If you've traded with live funds and you've blown that account or accounts, you can go right back to the moment where you knew at that moment, right before you did it, when you still had money in the account, the day that you did like 25, 30 trades, over leveraging, trying to fix something, trying to just do whatever, at some point, it became like you just wanted to end it all because it was too painful. Just click until I don't have any more money left. I don't have the discipline to do it right. I've already convinced myself that I'm never going to do this. So let's just blow the account and be done with it. So subconsciously what? Your mind tells your hand, there's something to do. Push the button. But the chart's saying nothing about doing anything at all. You're never going to see a book written like that. But that's the stuff that goes on for real. That's the very thing that's going on in the mind of someone that's blowing their account, going into severe drawdown. Their subconscious is manifesting themselves through that transaction or series of transactions. The subconscious already knows that you're failing. So it's doing what? It's doing what you trained it to do. Manifest what you've programmed it to expect from you. But when the money's gone and the account's blown, you have this sudden feeling of regret that you didn't have before you were pressing the button. You didn't have any regrets. You were going right in there, pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing because you had a task. You had a goal and you hit it. Well done. What would have happened if you would have conditioned yourself properly, encouraged yourself with positive self-talk, constantly filtering out every negative thought and replacing it with something positive? Oh, I took a loss. That's okay. That one loss isn't going to hurt me. I'm going to stop trading today because I don't want to have any reason to compound that pain and make it harder for me to come out of this drawdown, which is easy for right now. It takes a lot to have that discipline, to remind yourself, oh yeah, something bad just happened. Well, you know what? I'm going to stop here. And before I lose control of myself, I'm going to exercise discipline. I'm going to do the right thing, which is follow the principles, convince myself that this is not the end of the world, and do it in a light that's positive. And then what's going to happen is the next time you go in from the charts, you're not going to be fearful because that last trade that you just took a loss on, it wasn't that big of a deal. You stopped trading because you know that your discipline is required and you did the right thing. You didn't make it worse. And you're not impatient, so you're not trying to rush to get it right back because you lost a trade. And that way, when you go into the next trade, what are you feeding off of? The positive things that you've reinforced your subconscious with. None of that fear, none of that regret is manifesting in the next trade. You're going right back to why are you doing this? You want to make money. You want to live a better life. You want to have a secondary income. That income doesn't just fall in your lap because you told yourself you suck. That income isn't coming because you told yourself you deserve more and it's just harder than you thought it was going to be, though. How's that productive? But that's what you have to be aware of. Every day, you're feeding your subconscious the very reasons why you're either succeeding or you're failing. And it takes a lot of effort to constantly keep your mind focused on the positive things. And in recent years, it's very hard to stay positive about anything. It's depressing if you look around and see what has been going on. But you still have to grind and prepare yourself mentally for this. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to sit down and tell you to do these things. I mean, I'm doing it now. Every time I have a Twitter space, I'm basically doing that. But it's a bit annoying when I see students in Twitter tweeting to me or copying me in a tweet where they're complaining with a negative tone about their inability to do something by now. I should have been learning how to do this X months ago, but I'm still losing in my trades when you're not supposed to be trading. I don't get it. You're not listening. It's not going to magically happen for you because you're pressing a button with a live account when you don't know how to trade. I mean, that's like 101 trading. Like it doesn't magically happen just because you're using real money. You have to be able to do this consistently by reading the tape with no trades put on, not a demo, for months. Then do it consistently with paper trades or demo. Consistently. Then you have a decision to make. Are you prepared? How will I know when I'm ready to go into live funds, ICT? How will I know? When you're bored to death, you go in every single day and you can get your 5 handles. And it's easy for you to do it. Then you can entertain that thought, but not before. If you are nervous or have any anxiety, or do you get angry when you have a losing trade in a demo? If you're angry over that transaction, you're not ready to trade with live funds. Believe me, you're not. If you're overzealous about getting into a trade, even in a demo, like you're so excited to push the button because you want to see it deliver like you want it to deliver, you're not ready to trade with live funds because you have created a environment that is charged emotionally. It's either euphoria or it's doom and gloom. It's the best or the worst when it needs to be indifferent. You need to be able to look at these trades like a psychopath. There's no emotion. Like you're a serial killer. You're literally looking at these candles, knowing that the other side of that trade, someone's bleeding. And you don't care. Matters not to you. That's the reality of it. But what happens is you have conditioned yourself to be a lamb. And you walk out there all by yourself, scared to death, and you press the button. You walk into the slaughterhouse. And you're counting the seconds down until a lion devours you. And when it does, in your last moments of life in that trade before it stopped out and you're in a loss, you're squealing, why did this happen to me? Why am I being devoured? This shouldn't be happening to me. When you, as the lamb, walking out there ill prepared, you have no defense. You have no defense against the lion. And you're wondering why that happens in your trading. Because you're ill equipped. You're going into a slaughterhouse every single time you enter these markets. I'm going in it, you're going in it, we're all going in it. But some of us are walking out of there the same way we went in, but we're taking pound of flesh with us. We're not leaving a pound of flesh or more in there. We know our way in and our way out. We know when the lions are on the prowl and wanting to eat. We don't want to go in there then. But that's exactly what the retail traders want to do. Non-farm payroll, it's got a lot of movement. That's where all the volatility is. That's what we got to do. And I'm really, really working hard not to go off the rails. Twice now, almost went there. Get me going the crazy train. All aboard. Retail thinks about these high impact news drivers. And some of them are good, but some of them aren't. But this is where you want to trade. And ICT says, don't trade here. Look at this trade. Mm-hmm. Look at my trades this week. Mm-hmm. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how to think. And you have to guard your mind. You can't just walk out there and expect whatever happens is going to be detrimental to me and it's going to end me. And, this is the way you got to just get your experience. You can just get beat up. No, that's not how it is. If you listen to me, you will have experiences where it doesn't pan out for you. That's fine. That's normal. But you'll have more experiences where it does pan out in your favor, which allows you to do what? Spend more time doing it without being frustrated to the point where you give up, which is what 90% of people do. That's what I try to do as a mentor. I'm placing your attention in the charts at the moments that the things that I like personally, and I believe is going to pan out, it allows you to see it there. Whereas you may not have noticed it or expected it happening, and it looks like, oh, look at that move here. That would have been cool for me to see that coming. Well, now you have someone telling you when those things are happening. So that way you can go in, study it, observe it, and see what it's doing when it does it. While you're doing that, you are talking to yourself like you saw that coming. So you're borrowing my experience. You're watching real-time price action, moves that are happening consistently day by day. And then you're telling yourself in your own words, this is what I expected. You're talking to yourself.
Hello. It's a great morning and welcome back to my live. That was a long talk from ICT. Anyway, let's get into it. I go by the name Ascent ICT and I'm going to take you through this live session. We're actually in an NFP week and we're expecting bullish prices. I first want price to take me out. I've put that stop loss there. And these are the block to protect my stop loss. These are the block to protect my stop loss. I don't want to see this inversion. If I want to see this order block rejecting price, but I'm expecting bullish prices. Same to during the London session. These are my entries during the London session. You might want to go back and see the London session. I told you here, euro. I'm expecting this buy side liquidity here. I'm also expecting DXY to go down and GBPUSD to rally up. These are 1:20 here. I'm expecting this buy side liquidity to be taken out. If it doesn't, it's okay. And also it's an NFP week. Price might be actually consolidating. Let's view it there in the 3-minute, but this price can actually be consolidating. But what I'm expecting prices to rally up high and higher to buy side liquidity, but not against my direction. If it goes against me, we are going to. If it goes against me, it's something that there is no problem, but we have reached 1%. Expecting prices to go, but this is not an A plus setup. I've just forced it because we haven't taken out our stop loss here. Let's see, but this is the my higher time frame long-term analysis. This is my higher time frame long-term analysis. So what's your take? If you are able to hear me, go by the name Ascent ICT, and I read the markets live. Yep, we're expecting, checking the EURUSD, see how price is actually going, rallying up high and high. DX1 declining. EURUSD, we want to see what actually price will do for us in that particular session. Now let me get back to it. Now what you're expecting, as I said earlier, we're expecting only bullish prices. If price is going to go lower, then we'll maybe wait for the 8:30 open. Wait for the 8:30 open for price to continue to rally up higher. Experiencing bad internet. Check on 2, we're actually experiencing very low internet, but let's see if price will continue to rally up as I said. Sorry for the inconvenience. This price is actually consolidating, but I'm also experiencing some slowing. Yep, it's back. Now we are in a good, I think it's actually back. I actually had internet issues. I'm sorry for that. Let's see what price will actually continue to do, but we're expecting more bullish prices, but the current market is actually consolidating. This is actually an entry that we did during the London session, but put that stop loss there, but we wanted to see if price will actually hit our stop loss, but it hasn't. So what we're expecting is this price to continue to rally up higher and higher. You see this first partial there, but these are doing the London and then reversed, but I'm expecting more bullish prices, or I'm expecting more bullish prices to these basic liquidity, these and this, but it's a quite consolidating day, but we don't want to press much hard because we have NFP. Let's see that fair value gap forming there in the 5 minute, but it's a little one. This tiny fair value gap here, you see this price rallying up higher. Let's see if it will really respect. Let's mark the low end of that fair value gap so that if it passes there, we are now know that we are confirming price, confirming to us that we are really going to go down. But for us, for the moment, let's wait and see if we'll see bullish prices to that, maybe buy side liquidity. See that, up to that, that's what I'm expecting to see price doing. But unless that, we want to see more bullish prices, and prices actually rallying up higher to those buy side liquidity. And but this is not, we'll wait until 10. This live will go until 11. We are actually 3 hours. It's actually the first hour, but after 3 hours it's when I'll want to end this live. But as for that, we are still expecting prices to rally up high to those buy side liquidity, same as to the EURUSD. So to expecting is buy side liquidity taken out, and yeah. Yep, actually price is actually going to those buy side liquidity, but let's watch. Yep, that's let's wait for, yeah, I see. I'm going actually to put what it's called a background music, so that the live should not sound so dry. I'm going actually to put that background music so that the live don't sound so much boring. But what I'm expecting bullish prices. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's so insightful. See how just easy setups and we get them. Don't forget to subscribe. Yep, you see this. I want to see price going there to those. These are actually equal high. Buy side liquidity, and that's also buy side liquidity. Price going back to our first partial where, but we are risking. These are 1:20R, and actually price will go to do that. And you see here. Now let's remove this because price is no longer consolidating. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's do that. Price is no longer consolidating, but we are expecting more bullish prices to those buy side liquidity. Same to the euro. See how here price does come back again to those buy side liquidity. Expecting price to come here to here. The DXY want to see lower prices, but according to the economic calendar, let me show you. Here in the economic calendar at 10 is where we have At 10 we have BOE Government Bailey Speaks. You see, that's a high impact news. So around that time is when you will want to see more liquidity kicking in. The same to what you see yesterday. Such as yesterday had us very, very, very small. Uh, had a very small. Low internet, but price actually did it. You saw in the shots the execution that I showed live, and yeah, you'll actually see this buy side liquidity. Let's move from the economic calendar now. Let's come back to the here. You see that price actually playing out how you wanted. So you see this coming back, this and this is actually more pips, more than 30 pips. You see this here, 46, 45 pips, 46 pips there. That 20, you'll want to take out something. So it's actually a very, very insightful thing that usually happens each and every day. So yeah, expecting those bullish prices, the buy side liquidity. Which market do you want me to look at? Kindly comment that in the comment section or in the live chat. Look here in the EURUSD. See how price came there. The DXY price is declining and just as expected. I can look for an SMT. I know I can find one, but I'll just use my hard time frame analysis and stick on my bias. I told you, check the videos that I posted earlier this week. I said expecting bullish prices. Yesterday price just rallied up more than, it was around 40 pips, and this also you see in the top level of the rallying up. You see here, this yesterday told you, check the London session live. It was so insightful. You see there, price came to that buy side liquidity. Currently price has swept that one, and we are actually wanting to work with this one. If you would have entered that in here during the London close, and put a stop loss here, take your profit, take profit here. You see, during the London is when price will has come to take it. But you see, buy side taken out, we'll want to see more buy side taken out, this one and more to this one. These are actually, I think they were weekly and daily highs. You see, 1 hour buy side liquidities. So those are Check, so we are back, and you can see how that price action is actually playing out nicely. See that it will go and take out those buy side liquidity. You see how you can wait for 1:20 the whole day, but you see this price actually goes up to there and more high and high. Actually bullish, and let's see what price does. It's actually the next micro, it's 8. We will actually want to, let me put that background music so that the live doesn't seem boring.
Yeah.
No, I am expecting more bullish prices. I just want to see bullish prices. What do you think is happening? But what I know is that I'm going to expect more bullish prices to these respective buy side liquidity. If it doesn't happen, we'll actually accept that we are actually in an NFP week. So, and yesterday we had a very big price range. So today you can see we are inside a consolidation. If price is usually consolidating, we have no problem, but we have not over risked in this trade idea. But we want to see is price actually rallying to this buy side liquidity and this one. But I'm not expecting that much range. If this is 120, 1:20 risk reward, I am actually expecting to see consolidation, because yesterday price, you see this, we actually caught this price swept this, you see this was the best A plus setup. That's the reason why I'm actually continuing to be a buyer here, because this price swept a previous day low. It was over 4 hour sell side liquidity, price swept it to market structure shift with a fair value gap. You see here price rallied up high to those buy side liquidity, and I've seen price is actually consolidating the whole session. But what we're expecting and what we are anticipating is this price to rally up to those buy side liquidity, and if it doesn't, we have no problem but to just sit on our hands. But as a trader, we want to be in there. But you see, this is a consolidation. Price might actually not move even, but we want to close all our trades 10:30. It's when I'm going to end this live, and yeah, call it a day. Yeah, I want to see what price does before it reaches here. I will want to see more liquidity. Let's keep on watching price. If you have any question, kindly type there in the live chat so that we can tackle it. Yep, don't forget also to subscribe. Adios, keep watching. No, still expect.
Too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm a fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it as I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, let me all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it as I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, let me bleed. does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the It's just a must. Put me in perspective now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler or another blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word. I know what's up. You can have it all. Watch me rip it off. I'll admit it. You got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller. Always been a baller. Know that you the one. I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging. We going come harder. I can see you and I way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words. And there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl. So I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right. There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know. girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. 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 I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
protect your soul.
exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted. The balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Check, 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 check. Check 1 2. I hope I'm clear. Now, as you can see, price is actually reversing against us. We will actually conclude that. So you have a bearish bias. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe. Still XFX. This is how we call the market. Now, we were actually bullish and price. You see, this price was actually in a consolidated move. Yet we were bullish, but if you can see now the higher time frame, yeah, this bullishness price is really consolidating, and we are also currently, as we are talking, we are below. Is it below the minute opening price? Please, when the news will start. Yeah, the news will start at the next 5 minutes, and this price is really declining. Let's mark the 8:30 opening price. Yeah, it's up here. So what me I'm only looking for bullish prices. I'm not changing my bias. Yep, so in the next 5 minutes, the news is starting. So, and we are also below the 8:30 open. You see, this is the 8:30. This is the 8:30 mark. So we are below it. And I'm looking for maybe these sell stops being taken out, then we rally up higher. I'm only looking for buys, nothing bearish. I'll mark that sell side liquidity pair, this one here. I'll want to mark that. In the next 5 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, Yep, we are actually waiting for that sell side to be taken out, not this one, the other one here. If this sell side is taken out, I'll actually want to be a buyer, but if it doesn't, I'm looking for this sell side to be taken out with a market structure shift. If it doesn't, you probably want to see more decline, but I am not going to sell in this kind of markets. I'm not going to sell this. I'm not going to sell on this buy side liquidity to be taken out. Then we start to rally up higher. If I'm clear, kindly give me an audio check. If I am really clear, give me an audio check. If I am clear, give me an audio check. You see this? It's my voice. If my voice is clear, don't forget to give me an audio check. Now you see also I'm looking for any discount array if price will touch, but I am bullish. See there? It's bullish from the beginning. I've just removed the buy thing. I'm now bullish. This is the 830 opening price, so we are buying below the 830. We might want to see price coming below this, then starts to rally up higher. Yeah, you might even want to check the economic calendar for the news. Let me show you this. Actually, you see this Forex factory? Yes, this. You see this Forex factory? That's why you'll want to always check your news. You see this website, it's called Forex Factory. It is telling us that we have news in the next 2 minutes, so you'll actually know when the news will actually be available. I think I'm experiencing slow internet, but yeah. Okay. Kindly don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights. This is economic calendar. In the next few minutes, we will be having the BOE Government Bailey Speaks. Is actually going to speak, so that might actually want to inject liquidity in the market. This is the Forex factory. Now let's go back to the charts. I'm not in any way performing a sell. I'm not going to sell in these kind of markets. Don't forget to subscribe, as I'm telling you. See this? I want to see the price taking out a sell side liquidity or giving us an SMT. You see there in the euro how price actually doing out nicely. Check the euro. You see, I'm actually targeting those buy side liquidity to those buy side liquidity. The DXY, I want to see price declining rapidly. You see that? I want to see also price continue to rally up higher to these buy side liquidities. Remember in the New York session, I told you here there is buy side liquidity. See in the London session, I told you see price action going there, then reversed, but it doesn't take out the stop loss. So we are expecting more bullish prices. As I told you in my videos, go check. I said we are in this week we're just bullish. Told you on Friday or on Sunday, told you that we are bullish, and yeah, you'll want to stay with that analysis. So price taking out that sell side liquidity, I told you even before you did it, that news at 10, told you beforehand, marked it, told you I want to see price taking out the sell side liquidity, then I want to see price rallying up high. I didn't say buy. I told you I want to see that sell side liquidity being taken out during the news, and I've seen it. Price did it. Then it's not even replay, it's actually beforehand. So if price will decline, I'll only want to see it taking out, let's see, a market structure shift now to the upside. You see, this is also taking out a 1 hour sell side liquidity. You see that liquidity that I mentioned up earlier there. Told you that liquidity news came there. Then now you will want to see if price will actually start to rally up higher. But what will validate that? A market structure shift. If you see a market structure shift to the upside, you will actually want to buy, but in this condition you'll want to wait for a minute and give price. You see, there is no any a good entry, only 9.45, but it was this. No, okay, I told you you will want to see price taking out that sell side liquidity, and it did. Now we want to see this is the 1 minute. Remember who's calling the market in the 1 minute time frame. Told you. Next, I'm not going to show execution. You have to subscribe and I'll give you more insights. So let's anticipate we will really see a market structure shift. Let's see if it continue to decline lower. This is the 1 minute. If it continue to decline lower, we will not want to participate in that directional move. But what we'll want to see is prices having a market structure shift, or we will wait, but it must happen in the next 1 hour. Because why? Because we are remaining with only currently the London close, so prices, you'll want to see prices rolling up higher. If it declines lower, that's not a good entry. It might actually want to also come and take out this sell side liquidity, then continue to rally up higher. But what we're expecting is higher prices, nothing much. Let's see. I love looking at the 1 minute. And remember also, we are inside the fair value gap. We are above the midnight opening price. So yeah, and there's another scalp here. You see, this is a fair value gap. Price has come to this fair value gap. You'll now want to see price. If it will continue to decline lower to this sell liquidity, by taking it, then start to rally up higher. But what you'll want to see is sitting on your hands. Sitting on your hands, you will want to wait and see what price does. You may see this as an inversion fair value gap. You see this coming to be an inversion fair value gap when after this market structure shift has happened. If market structure shift happens in this buy side liquidity, if they will see a market structure shift in the next minute or so with a fair value gap, you see this no, anybody who is selling, who is catching price to go lower, who is selling short, price is actually going to punish him or her. So let's see, this price can actually continue to go lower, but what I'm expecting is a market structure shift with a fair value gap, either in the 3 minute or the 5 minute. Then we rally up higher. If it doesn't, it will actually be declining lower. But go check my live in London. You see here, I actually posted a short as me catching that move. But you see, let's check the 5 minute. What's happening? Price has not entered any fair value gap in the 5 minute. So this price can actually go down here, lure traders like yesterday, lure traders to go down to sell, then boom, rally up. The same thing that happened yesterday. You see this is actually a move that we got yesterday. Go check my live, the yesterday's live. This is a market structure shift. You see this Monday, today is Tuesday. Monday at this time on Monday, this was the price action that happened. I have slow internet. Oh my, I have really slow. I have slow internet. Oh my, I have really slow internet. My internet is like disturbing. Oh, I think we're back. Yep. So you see how price actually what I mentioned, taking out that sell side liquidity that I mentioned earlier. Oh my, the screen is you see, taking out that sell side liquidity, then boom, we are going to see if there will be a market structure shift. Price actually do it. You see this? Let's see if everybody who is selling here, it's actually a bad idea. It's actually a terrible idea. So price, these are sell side liquidity, this is an hourly, have I mentioned? Then continue to rally up high. Let's see if price will actually rally up here, but declining there, that's not a move. Let's continue what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm actually here in the 1 minute. Now let me show you what was happening. The 1 minute I told you it had a market structure shift. This, if you are back again, I told this a market structure shift, then came to this fair value gap. Then you see, boom, price started rallying up higher and higher and higher and higher. This is an entry we did yesterday. Go check a live stream. Buy side, buy side. Yep. So you see, and we also had a really consolidating day. You see this? This was a really consolidating session. So anytime, these are the rules that ICT gives us. Anytime you're below the minute opening price, you'll want to buy. But if we are also having a crazy week, this is an NFP week, so you don't want to press so much hard. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm actually giving you 3 years of experience. Now, that sells liquidity, you see price consolidating there. So anybody who is selling, you're actually hurting yourself. So let's see and wait and see what price actually will do. We want to see if price will do a market structure shift here with a fair value gap. If it does that, that's a validation. If it doesn't, you will want to hold and wait for tomorrow. Let's check this. This is actually an interesting thing I want to show you. You see that this is a economic calendar, and we had high impact news. This Bank of England, the governor Bailey Speaks. He is actually, so that will inject liquidity in the markets. At the same time, check, we have AUD news. Check tomorrow. Tomorrow it's actually the last day. If you're a real trader, you'll actually want to hold on trading after tomorrow. You see, the same time, 10 ISM service PMI. This is actually going to be the last day of trading, but it's actually going to have liquidity. Why? Because in today's session, price action didn't move. You see, this on Tuesday, and price action actually. See this sluggish. How many pips from the whole session? In fact, we had a consolidating day, so there was no move. You see, 20 pips in a daily range. That's actually very, very low. 20 pips. So that means that today we were in a consolidating day. Checking the Euro USD, you see how price actually reversed completely to it. You see, so if you are a trader and you didn't make money, it's okay. Price didn't move 30 pips, so you couldn't. You see this, price moved around 20 pips. Same to the cable, same to the euro. You see, you can't make money out of a consolidating day. So if you are those intermarket analysis, what market do you want me to look? Kindly type that in the top chat. What market do you want me to look? But one thing I'm telling you, today no one made money. Don't be deceived. If they made money, that's for them. Those people are over leveraged, because you see, price is actually doing what we want. This sells a liquidity. Now, you see, not going below what I've said, and this is the 1 minute time frame. Is that not precision? Is that not precision? Yeah. So I'm not actually bragging, but I'm just trying to tell you that this consolidating move is just actually a 20 pip range, but we expect 1:20 risk to reward. You came to the charts, market consolidated. You can't make move you can't make money, so you'll actually wait for tomorrow. And what will happen? Or you just put a buy here, then put a stop loss there, because this is an hourly sell side liquidity. You see that price action. I told you I want to see that market structure shift. Let's see, you just created a swing high in the hourly. No problem. This fair value gap is actually going to be a fake out. Anybody who is going to sell on this fair value gap, you see, price action has stayed so long to come back to that fair value gap. So that means you will want to see higher prices. Don't forget to subscribe. Yep, that market structure shift. I want to see that market structure shift with the fair value gap in maybe the 3 minute, then it will go. Let's wait. This is also a 3 minute high, so there is no swing high in the 5 minutes, so we have one in the 3 minutes. We are going actually to use that. Then if we see a fair value gap in the 1 minute, you press buy, put a stop loss here, and easy, you wait for price to rally. If it doesn't, this is this injection of liquidity. Sell side lure traders to sell, but what are you doing? They want to go higher. We are below the 830 open. There are a lot of things aligning here. So yep, that's actually what you want to see. But these are cheating. So you see, I don't want to use that one. See that fair value gap? I'm not confident in that one. I wanted the other one. Let's just mark this one here. Let's mark this one here. This is a market structure shift, but I wanted to use this one because this one is the one which is in the 3 minute here, unlike the one which is in the 5 minute. So the 3 minute market structure shift. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I told you I'm not confident with that one. So you see price actually disrespecting it. Price might actually want to go low again, but do what? Create a swing high in the 5 minutes. Yet you see this, if it doesn't make a market structure shift now, I'll actually wait for a swing high to be formed in the 5 minute, then boom, continue to rally up higher to those buy side liquidity. But that's a sell side taken out in the higher time frame, and I still said if sell side is taken out, the news, you move the opposite direction. Right? Yep. So that can actually be an entry, but not a convincing one. I want to see this buy side getting it out, but you can press a buy a small one, put a stop loss there, maybe 0.5%, then wait for price to come to this buy side liquidity, sell, buy, does a market structure shift with the fair value gap, or you be patient and wait for a swing high to be created in the 5 minute, then you rally. If it doesn't, you will want to be patient. Keep watching it. I told you I'm not confident with that market structure shift first here. I want this one. There are a lot of things that should happen. If this happens, that one happens. So you see, that's another block. Yep, you see that? I want to see this buy side liquidity. This one, if it is taken out, let's see what's in the 3 minute. Yep, nothing, no fair value gap. But you see, let's wait it in the 3 minutes. Let's view the 3 minutes. If price does not that market structure shift, you drop now to the 1 minute. Yep, let's put it there. The price is also doing that market structure shift there. Done. You see, just how I mentioned, what's your biggest challenge in trading? Chat. What's your biggest challenge in trading? I think I'm here to solve it because I'm reading for you the markets in the 1 minute time frame. Now let's view and see that market structure shift. Let's see if there is a fair value gap. Now that thing has happened, what we wanted, but there is no fair value gap, but there is another block. You will want to wait because it has come to this fair value gap here. This is a fake run. This price will actually not take that. This fair value gap, entry to this fair value gap, I don't think if it will take prices down here. I think it will be a fake out, then to continue rallying up higher. You see, I want price to act this as an inversion. Let's see if it will really work. Don't forget to subscribe, please. It really helps. Really helps. I want to, let's see if that will be an inversion in favor of that price. If it doesn't and disrespects it, I want to see not coming below here. I want that to act as an inversion favor gap. To and through it. This. Let's see if it will hit our stop loss. Let's do something long, but it hasn't taken. This is not an A plus setup because it doesn't take it my favorite time frame, sell side liquidity. That's the 5 minute. So this is not an A plus setup because in the 5 minute I wanted a market structure shift in the 5 minute. Here to see here in the 5 minute it was actually going to that fair value gap here. That fair value gap, I am still wary about it. I still want to see prices rallying up higher. Yep, from there we'll be buying there, putting a stop loss there, and maybe doing that. That's the only trade. Yep, that's the only trade. Buy and continue to rally up high. Let's actually watch it. I told you I want to see this to be an inversion fair value gap. Let's see if price will really disrespect it and come to our stop loss here, to this stop loss here. Let's mark it there so that we don't want to see price coming. If it happens, there is no problem. If it takes us out, we have no problem because I've already said this is not an A plus. This is not an A plus setup. It hasn't taken out a 5 minute market structure shift, 5 minute high for that to be a A plus setup. But because of consistency and everything, let's see if it will just take us out there or if it will just continue to rally up higher, as I just mentioned from down here. Telling you taking that sell is actually a tricky one. Yep, price has disrespected that inversion fair value gap of ours. Nice. Let's see what price. Yep. Oh, also here, Let me show you. Also here, you see this is also a 15-minute fair value gap. So it was a 5-minute fair value gap and a 15-minute fair value gap. So being a buyer is actually a wrong idea, because these are fair value gaps. So you want to align yourself with what price is doing, not what you think. You see, this is a fair value gap, price comes there, does that market structure shift to the downward with a fair value gap, then boom, to this sell side liquidity. Let's wait for more insights. So we were wrong. So price actually takes that high, then declines. Seeing that midnight open. Yep, and you admit you are wrong. Let's see if price will take out that sell side liquidity, then admit that you are wrong, then yep. I want to see that sell side taken out. If it takes it out now, I'll be validating my long as invalid. See that? Let's wait for that. If price let's see if it takes out that sell side liquidity. Yep, you see, that's a run into a fair value gap, then it's actually going to decline more. Let's watch it. So what are the sell side liquidity that price is actually looking for if we are really going to decline? That let's use so it's that sell side liquidity, this other sell side liquidity. Actually, let's see. I hope my audio is clear. Give me an audio check if you can hear me. I hope I'm clear enough. I really hope. So I'm actually looking for, if you see that, I'll want to see if price comes below that blue line and takes this out. Now that will actually validate that we are wrong. And if we are wrong, price is actually going to be taking out sell side liquidity, because we're expecting more liquidity since we have actually had Bank of England BOE Speaks, Government Bailey Speaks. So that's sell side liquidity. But as I mentioned earlier, this one was going to be difficult. But what will validate that I'm wrong? This one. Check. Now look, we have a 5-minute high swing high that is created. Told you. Some people left the live because they saw that I was going to take a losing trade, but I told you I want to validate if that sell side liquidity was going to be taken out. That's now I'll know that I'm wrong. But if it doesn't, I'm looking for that. Now what I'll be patient of, yes, I'm comfortable to see price taking out that sell side liquidity. Let me delete everything and now start a good one. The chart is so dirty. Now we have the 830. I'm going to mark the 830 open. No, I'm going to mark the 830 open. Why the 830? Because anytime we want to buy or sell, we sell above and we buy below. That That's the 835. Oh yeah, that's the 830. So we are below the 830 open. Being below the 830 open, anytime my greatest entries usually happens when we buy below this 830 open. You see here, this was a fair value gap. Price came to it. People think that it's going to rally down here. It might actually, but that's not what I want. Sell side liquidity. Now look, channel market as red. I'm expecting bullish prices. Remember, see that I want that to be a sell stop, still sell stop run. I don't want to see price coming to that sell side liquidity, but it might actually do. But what I'm expecting, I'll now start marking these highs. You see, being patient and marking these highs because I want to see a market structure shift. You see, if this high is taken out, I'll actually want to see it will be a market structure shift because it's in the 5 minute. I told you earlier the other one was not an A+ setup, but this one, if price does it, that will be market structure shift. Now let's wait. I'm actually going to give price like the next 30 minutes because it's 10:28. So at 11 we'll want to see price. If it has happened, it doesn't. If it has not done anything, if it has not done anything, you see that market structure shift. I told you, anybody who is going to chase that price lower, no. Let's actually put there along, and I'll put my stop loss there. If there's a market structure shift in the 5 minute, we should drop into it. We actually deleted everything. Let's return everything. What are you expecting? Buy side liquidity. You see that? I'm actually having alarm. Don't enter any trade. Start scaling out. Yep, it's around 10:30 and my rules will say don't enter any trade from now at 10:30 because we're actually we are at London close. But you see those buy side liquidity. Let's go to the 4 hour. That one, the first one, and that buy side liquidity. You see that? Those are the buy side liquidity I want to see price acting on. You see that here in there? Actually, people left this live knowing that I was so wrong. But we're right. See that? Sell side taken out. Let's do it around one. See that? Sell off. I want to see an SMT 5. No, there is no SMT. 6. Actually, see that order block in the 30-minute time frame. No, that's the euro. We're actually the cable. That's what we want. You see, I told you I don't want to see the price taking out that sell side liquidity, and it didn't. But I removed this one. People now say that it's going down. No. It's not. Now you see that didn't take out the sell side liquidity, so meaning I was right. Let's see if this is an SMT, higher high, higher high, internet thing. Now, okay, it's back. Is it back? Yep. So I told you I want to see our 5-minute market structure shift. If it doesn't, let's see if we'll have a 1-minute one. Okay. This is a market structure shift in the 1 minute. See your price playing nicely. Now you see that this 1 minute, the same thing that happened yesterday, remember? You see this market structure shift. Now this is a 1 minute market structure shift, and I was waiting for a 5-minute market structure shift. Okay, it's a 1 minute, we'll use that one. Now if I see a fair value gap forming here in the 5 minute, I'll be patient and see. If we see a fair value gap forming, we'll actually continue to be a buyer to this buy side liquidity, and that will now be our 1:20. Or let me return back the things that I had earlier before. Let's see if I'll get them. Then deduct the ones that are not necessary. Let me try it if I'll actually retrieve that information that I actually marked. GBPUSD, Euro, cable. I think I'll retrieve them, but we were actually bullish. We had a lot of like 20 something. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, I'm going to actually retrieve it. Almost there, but we are expecting bullish plays as price actually playing out according to the video that I made on Sunday, telling you it's a buy. We are expecting bullish prices. Is it really this one? Not really, but we see just a little bit here, the clear one. You see? Nice. Now let's remove that one. Let's remove sell side liquidities. This one. Actually, see how it is actually playing out nicely. It's actually going to that. I'm actually preparing to press an entry. You see how that price actually does? That's a 5-minute market structure shift. And also, it's also doing a fair value gap in the 1 minute. So, you see, if I see that fair value gap taken out, nice market structure shift. You see how that market structure shift happened smoothly in the 5 minute below the 830 open. Nice setup, just like into the jug. This is an enabler setup that is forming actually here. Let me show you what I'm meaning. Told you a buying. Told you. So it's actually 10:36. You're actually doing that buy. I didn't have that buy set up, that buy thing. I had that buy. I had. You're actually buying if you have not even bought. And I want that buy. The one that I had previously. You see? Yeah, this one. Yep, you see that market, we didn't have that. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Do I have the 1:20 RR? Exactly. Now, any retracement of fair value gap, you'll want to press buy. Any retracement now. You see, this was our 5-minute market structure shift. And see how it happened. This is actually an A plus setup. I told you even before a swing high was created. I tell you I'm expecting a swing high. Go check the live. Said them smoothly. I said I want a market structure shift in the 5 minutes, so that will be an A plus setup. So any retracement to a fair value gap. You see, I told you where price, I don't want to see price coming below it. You see, I don't actually price actually rallying up high, even not giving us any setup to down, but you will see down to the lower time frames. You see how I manage this trade. You see, market structure shift the 5 minute. We are this the 8:30 now. If price declines to a told you we were here, told you want to see price, I don't want to see price coming to that sell side liquidity, and people actually left the live thinking that I was wrong. Anyway, now let's see any retracement to a fair value gap. You'll want to buy because you see that price actually see that these are the best liquidity to see price taking. Now let's see what price actually reversing to. Has it taken out a higher time frame swing high? No, it's actually retracing back to early. See, this is a stop run this here. Now it's actually retracing back to a fair value gap in the 1 minute. See there, putting a buy there. Then you see this is a fair value gap. You see here, there's a fair value gap that price has retraced to. Checking the 5 minute, you'll want to see if price will decline, it will decline to a fair value gap, then boom, it will rally. I told you I want to see this, I told you. And this actually will make prices to rally up higher, like to our target, why we actually targeted 1:20 R. See that? Now let's start removing those dirty things in our charts. This actually expecting more bullish prices, and let's see what price does, and it will actually go, and we'll end the live at 12. See that? Actually want to see prices to rally up higher. 1:20 R. This is the London close. Actually expecting more liquidity because we had news. So let's see what will happen until 12. If we enter something here, it's until 12, or after price has moved 30 pips. In the 5 minute, we're actually waiting for price. This 5 minute to close. The 5 minute to close. The 5 minute time frame, or it will create a fair value gap. Then price will want to go to their fair value gap, then rally up higher. But we have seen here, we've done that market structure shift. Price has come to that fair value gap here at 10:39. Then boom, rally up. Told you. 1:20. Explained everything before this price started exploring up. See that? Tell you smoothly, it's actually happening live. And I told you this movie is actually going to happen, and no one believed. But let's watch it. No ego. Here in the EURUSD, actually price has not gone to that stop loss, but it's actually rallying up high again. Same to the DXY, we want to see price going lower, and what we are actually expecting in the, you see this. So after price has gone 30 pips or at 12, we'll want to get out something. Continue watching price and yep, enjoy.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. I hope I'm audible. Now, as you have seen, it's actually some few minutes to 11, and you have stayed in this live for around 4 hours, 3 hours, 48 minutes, and this is one of the longest live I'm doing. I don't want it there, but what I've seen, and this order block has actually stopped price from going down. You see, this is the first order block, so you don't have to be afraid. I don't want to see price coming below that level. And I've seen are actually targeting 1:20R, and yeah, let's see if we will rally up higher. I don't want to see price coming below this low. This will just to be my rule. This decline was to remove traders who were over leveraging, and yeah, we are actually seeing how price actually start to rally up higher. Going down there, then we'll see price to continue rally up higher. Let's watch. It's actually 1 hour to the midnight to the 12 p.m. session, 12 p.m. So that's the close of London, according to what I know. London closed. So yeah, I'm expecting this bullish price is 1:20. Meet my long-term analysis, but let's watch and see what price is doing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment anything you found insightful or any help you want to do to this live stream. Until we meet again, thank you for those who subscribed. Thank you so much. We are actually at 18 subscribers, and yeah, we are road to 100. And see you later. And I'll also do the promises that I said. 1,000. No, it was 2,000. We're actually going to do a face relief, and I will show you